Welcome to the final segment for our DIY floating deck. We're going to cover all the hardware to make your deck as solid and safe as a rock. Do we consider rocks to be safe? Anyways, we'll also lay some wild deck planks. Since this was the first deck I've ever built, I wanted it to be strong and I wanted it to last. So you might ask, how did you make the strongest deck ever? Well, let me explain. I got my recommendations and tips, not from deck builders, but deck inspectors. All they really care about is safety and longevity. And that is exactly what I want for my deck. So let's cover everything to make a strong, safe, and long-lasting deck. These are joist hangers, and they are great for preventing the joist from sagging, and they mount the joist firmly to the frame. I totally recommend getting a palm nailer because I had to hammer way too many nails, but it was well worth it in the long run.
I don't think I'm gonna do every one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
This took a lot of time and a lot of nails. They have specially designed tools for this, but I didn't have it, so I had to use the hammer.
I am pouch loading.
Load pouch.
I must load pouch.
When using any screws or nails with hardware, you have to make sure it's rated for the actual hardware because a lot of nails and screws have some type of like protective coating, but when they go through the different holes that are set for them, it strips them off and it can end up actually like rotting or corroding inside of the wood. So these are specially formulated so they can go through the connector on the edge, and they're very strong, and this is what strong ties recommend. So
These connector screws drive in sideways in sort of like an X pattern, pulling everything together tight. These hurricane ties keep your deck from flying away. And you guessed it, more nails. But hey, I guess it's worth it, right?
this is probably everyone's favorite part. Well, at least aesthetically, we're gonna be applying joist tape to the frame and all of the joists. All right, let's do it.
Joist tape seemed to be a thing the inspectors love seeing. When water drips down on a deck, it can get stuck in the joints and tends to rot faster. This is the major reason decks start to fail. So this tape prevents that from happening, extending the life of your deck. By the way, this is a material I recommend spending the extra dollar on. The zip tape was absolutely awesome and easy to apply. I got cheaper joist tape for the joist, and it had this cheesy backing, and it cost me so much time because it would rip and tear, and it wasn't as sticky. So I honestly recommend, when it comes to anything that supports the life of your deck, spend the extra dollar or two. And now for the final chapter in this deck building adventure. The decking. Our decking isn't quite standard. My wife and I harvested and reclaimed a bunch of old barnwood. We thought it would look just amazing, and it was free. This part could have gone two ways, really bad or really well, and we got really lucky. The boards were all different shapes and sizes, and it was like a puzzle fitting them all together. I had to cut every piece separately and search through our wood pile for pieces that was the same width, because I couldn't fix that. But everything panned out, with a few extra cuts and digging in the wood pile. If you want me to make a video on our reclaimed barnwood decking, just leave a comment. I have loads of video on it. Other than the planks being all different sizes and shapes, the trickiest part was making sure the ends of the boards always rested halfway on a joist, so the ends would have something to rest on and screw into. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can make more videos just like this. If you look in the middle of the deck, there are short perpendicular joists. I'd show myself installing them, but I seem to have lost the footage. Total bummer, because I nearly shot myself with the nail gun. It was quite the sight. Anyways, they prevent the joists from twisting over time. A must-have. All that was left was to stain the top, sealing in the borax, and to screw it together. And this deck's pretty much done. It was such a blast and I learned so much, and honestly, I can't wait to build another.
Okay, not gonna lie, but what about that one?
And yes, I chose to screw my entire deck instead of using nails. I wasn't sure I wanted them to be permanent, and I know my deck's frame would outlast
it.
my decking.
Now for staining.
Yes.
Yes, that will be the last part for this segment.
You're probably wondering if I'm going to install posts for my railing. Well, I was wondering that too. But shortly after this video, I did in fact install a railing to complete the deck. If you want to see it, it's right here.
Just like that, the floating no-dig deck with reclaimed wood is finished. For those of you that have been following me, thank you so much, and stick around for the full-length video.